1 Hour Talk. Episode title, Is This Content Real English Learning or Useless? A Calm, Honest Talk. Narrator, Daniel. Segment 1. Hello, my friend. Sit down with me for a moment. Take a slow breath. This is not a class. This is not a lecture. This is a quiet talk between you and me. And today, we will talk about something very honest. Because you might be thinking something like this. Daniel, this channel is called Peaceful English Stories, but is it real English learning or is it useless? Maybe you saw the stories and you felt confused. You saw emotional scenes. You saw kindness stories. You saw calm motivational moments. And inside your heart, a voice said, is this learning, or is this just content? Is this good for me, or is this a waste of time? If you have this question, my friend, you are smart. Because a smart person does not follow anything blindly. A smart person asks questions. So today, I will not try to convince you with sweet words. I will explain things clearly. I will explain how this content works, why it works, and how to use it correctly. And if you listen until the end, you will understand what kind of content this is, why it helps your English, how it improves listening and speaking, and how you can tell the difference between high-quality learning stories and useless drama. Because yes, let me be honest, some story content on the internet is truly useless. Some stories are cheap. Some stories are unrealistic. Some stories are made only to shock people. And that kind of content can harm your mind. It can waste your time. It can teach you the wrong English. But what we do here is different. This channel is designed for a very special type of learner. A learner who wants to improve English but also wants peace. A learner who wants to listen slowly. A learner who wants to feel calm, not pressured. A learner who wants to learn naturally, like real life. So this is not fast English. This is not hard English. This is not grammar school. This is gentle English. And gentle English can still be powerful. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever studied grammar for years, but still felt weak in speaking? Many people have. They can explain rules, they can write answers, but when they need to speak, they freeze. They forget words. They feel nervous. They feel shy. Why does this happen? Because language is not only knowledge. Language is a skill. And skills grow with practice, not with pressure, not with fear, not with shame. Skills grow with repetition, and stories give repetition. Skills grow with listening, and stories give listening. Skills grow when your mind is relaxed, and peaceful stories create that relaxed mind. This is the real reason story-based English learning works. Now, here is a truth you must remember. Your brain does not remember rules. Your brain remembers experiences. A story is an experience. Even if it is not your life, your brain feels it like your life. You imagine the scene. You imagine the emotions. You imagine the voices. And that makes learning stronger. This is why you remember a movie line. This is why you remember a song lyric. This is why you remember a childhood story. Because emotion creates memory. Now, you may ask, okay, Daniel, but how is this English learning? Great question. Let me answer in one simple line. If you can understand more English after listening, it is learning. If you can use more English after listening, it is learning. Learning is not only tests. Learning is change. When your understanding changes, you are learning. When your confidence increases, you are learning. When your listening becomes easier, you are learning. Now, in this 1-hour talk, we will go step by step. We will talk about the difference between useless stories and learning stories. Why simple English is difficult but powerful. Why calm storytelling increases attention. The best way to watch these videos for learning. And how you can tell the difference between high-quality learning stories and useless drama. Because yes, let me be honest, some story content on the internet is truly useless. So stay with me. This is not a short video. This is a long, calm talk. And I promise you will leave with clarity. Now, let's begin the real discussion. Segment 2. Episode. Is this content real English learning or useless? A calm, honest talk. Hello again, my friend. Thank you for staying with me. In the first segment, we talked about the big question. Is this content real English learning or useless? Now, in this second segment, I want to make everything very clear. Because we need to understand one important difference. There are two types of story content. One type is useless. One type is powerful. So let's talk about the difference, and I will keep it simple. 1. The useless story. What to avoid. A useless story is made only for quick views. It is built on cheap drama, fake emotions, unrealistic events, fast talking, confusing English, no learning structure, no calm flow, no real lesson. These stories often look exciting, but they are like junk food. They give you a quick taste, but no real value. After watching, you feel tired. You feel empty. You do not remember anything useful, and most importantly, you do not learn good English from it. Because the English is often too fast, too messy, too informal, too random, sometimes even incorrect. That is why some people say story content is useless. But my friend, they are talking about this type of story content, not the good type. Number 2, the learning story. What we create here. A learning story is made for two purposes: to calm your mind and to build your English naturally. A real learning story has slow pace, simple vocabulary, clear sentences, repeated key words, real-life situations, emotional but peaceful tone, a lesson you can use, a teaching section at the end. This kind of story is like healthy food. It builds you slowly. You do not feel pressure. You do not feel stress. You feel safe. And when you feel safe, you learn faster. Now, let me say something important. A calm story is not a weak story. A calm story can still be powerful. It can still touch your heart. It can still hold your attention. But it does not shout. It does not insult. It does not shock you for no reason. It gently pulls you in. That is what makes it peaceful. Number 4. Why peaceful stories hold attention. You may think fast content holds attention, but many people are tired. They work all day. They face stress. They face noise. At night, they want peace. And when your story gives them peace, they stay longer. This is why peaceful storytelling works very well on YouTube. A peaceful story becomes like a friend. A listener feels, this voice understands me. This story feels real. I want to stay. So yes, peaceful content can have strong retention, but only if the story is realistic and well written. Number 5. A clear formula for high-quality learning stories. Now, let me give you the formula. A peaceful learning story must have a simple hook, first 15 seconds, a calm setup, a real problem, a human struggle, a slow emotional build, a lesson moment, a peaceful ending, a teaching section, vocabulary and phrases, a recap, simple practice, a soft call to action. This formula is professional, and it creates learning. It creates comfort. It creates trust. Now you might ask, Daniel, okay, I understand, but how does this improve my English? Great. In the next segment, we will talk about the biggest secret. Simple English is not childish. Simple English is powerful. And I will explain how simple English builds confidence faster than grammar lessons. So stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue. Segment 3. Episode, Is this content real English learning or useless? A calm, honest talk. Hello, my friend. I'm glad you are still here. Because now we are entering the most important part of this talk. In the last segment, we learned the difference between useless drama stories and real learning stories. Now, in this segment, I want to talk about a big misunderstanding. A misunderstanding that many people have. They think simple English is easy. Simple English is for children. Simple English is not serious learning. But my friend, that is not true. Simple English is not childish. Simple English is clear. And clear English is actually the strongest English. Let me explain. 1. Why simple English feels powerful. Most English learners are not weak because they don't know grammar. They are weak because they don't understand fast speech. They don't have enough vocabulary. They can't build sentences easily. They get nervous when speaking. They translate everything inside their head. So what do they need? They need a way to learn English that feels calm, natural, repeatable, and safe. And simple English gives that. It removes fear. It gives you confidence. It makes you feel, oh, I can understand. Oh, I can say this sentence too. That confidence is gold. Because once you feel confidence, you start practicing more. And practice changes everything. Now, here is something surprising. Simple English is not easy to write. Why? Because many people write simple English like a child. They write with no beauty, no meaning, no adult emotion. But professional simple English is different. Professional simple English must be short but deep, easy but emotional, calm but strong, simple but meaningful. For example, if I say, he was sad, that is simple, but it is not enough. A good writer will say, he was sad because he felt invisible. He smiled outside, but inside he was tired. This is still simple English, but now it has depth. Now it feels human. And your listener stays, because your listener feels, this story understands me. Now, let's talk about real learning. Language is not only rules. Language is patterns. Patterns like, I used to. I didn't know. I was about to. I couldn't believe. I wish I had. You can learn these from a grammar book, but you will not use them naturally. Because grammar books are not life. Stories are life. In a story, you hear these patterns again and again, and your brain starts copying them. This is how you learn naturally. Let me show you. Imagine you want to learn the phrase, he didn't mean to. A grammar teacher can explain it, but in a story you hear, he didn't mean to hurt her. He didn't mean to break the cup. He didn't mean to disappoint anyone. Now the phrase becomes natural. Now you can use it. This is real learning. 4. Why emotional stories make English stick. Let's talk about memory. Your brain forgets boring information, but your brain remembers emotion. When you feel something, your brain records it. That is why you remember a scene from a movie. That is why you remember a line from a song, because you felt something. Now imagine you hear a calm story and it makes you feel hope, kindness, relief, gratitude, connection. Your brain becomes alert but not stressed. This is the best learning state. Your brain says, "This matters, save it." So yes, peaceful emotional stories are learning tools. They help your English stick. Now, let me be very honest. Most learners have one big problem. They don't lack intelligence. They lack confidence. They are afraid of making mistakes. They are afraid of being laughed at. They are afraid of sounding wrong. So they stay silent, and silence kills progress. But when you listen to peaceful stories, your confidence slowly grows. Because you hear simple, correct English again and again. Your brain starts saying, "I can do this. I can speak too." And then one day you speak. Maybe one sentence, maybe two sentences, but you start. That is success. And it happens because you practiced quietly, without pressure. So these stories are not useless. They are confidence training. Now, I want to give you a simple exercise. When you watch a story video, do this. Listen once for the story. Listen again and catch 5 words. Write those 5 words. Choose one sentence you like. Repeat it 5 times out loud. Only this. If you do this daily, your English will improve, not slowly, but steadily. And steady improvement is the best improvement. Now, in the next segment, we will talk about something very interesting. Why quiet storytelling can keep attention longer than fast content. Yes, calm storytelling can create deeper retention. I will explain the psychology behind it, so stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Segment 4. Hello again, my friend. You are doing something very important right now. You are not just watching a video. You are training your mind to stay calm and focused. And that is a rare skill. Now, in this segment, we will talk about something many people do not believe. Quiet storytelling can hold attention longer than fast content. Yes. Most people think attention comes from speed, loud music, and constant surprises. But the truth is different. Attention comes from connection. And calm storytelling creates deep connection. Let me explain why. Number 1. Your audience is tired. Think about your viewers. Most of them are not students with free time. They are workers, tired students, stressed parents, people who want peace after a noisy day, people who feel lonely, people who want comfort. So when they open YouTube, they do not always want more noise. They want a safe voice, a voice that feels like a friend, a voice that says, "It's okay, you can breathe, you can learn slowly." This is why calm channels grow fast, because many people are exhausted and peace is rare. So your content becomes valuable not because it is fast, but because it is gentle. Number 2. Calm does not mean boring. Now, I need to say this clearly. Calm does not mean boring. A calm story still needs a strong hook, a clear problem, a real struggle, emotional tension, and a satisfying lesson. The difference is, You do not create tension by shouting. You create tension by truth. For example, a calm tension is like this. A man sat alone at night. He held his phone, but nobody called. This is not loud, but it is painful, and it is real. This kind of quiet pain creates deep interest. Your viewer thinks, why is he alone? What happened to him? Will his life change? This curiosity holds attention. Number 3. Why slow stories create strong retention. Here is the psychology. When content is too fast, the brain becomes tired. You may watch, but you do not process deeply. It becomes shallow entertainment. But when content is slow and clear, the brain has time to imagine. And imagination is powerful. In a calm story, your viewer builds the scene inside their mind. They imagine the room. They imagine the face. They imagine the feeling. And once they imagine, they become emotionally involved. This emotional involvement creates retention, because the viewer is not just watching, they are living the story. Number 4. Calm storytelling helps English learners stay longer. Now, for English learners, fast content is painful. They cannot catch words, they lose meaning, they feel stupid, and then they stop watching. But slow, clear storytelling gives them confidence. They can follow. They can understand. They feel proud. And when they feel proud, they stay longer. So calm storytelling is not only peaceful, it is also smart for learning channels, because it reduces drop-off, it increases watch time, and watch time is everything on YouTube. Now, how calm stories keep viewers until the end? Let me share a professional retention secret. In calm storytelling, you do not use loud tricks. You use micro-curiosity, small questions, small mysteries, small emotional gaps. For example, why did he stop smiling? Why does she hide her pain? Why does the old man come here every day? What happened in his past? Who is the stranger? What is inside the envelope? These questions are gentle but powerful. They make the viewer stay because the viewer wants closure, and closure is a strong retention tool. Number 7. The safe voice effect. Now, let's talk about the narrator. A peaceful channel becomes famous because of one thing, the voice. Not only the sound, but the feeling. A safe voice makes people relax, and when people relax, they watch longer. Many people will not say it, but they feel it. This voice feels like home. This voice does not judge me. This voice understands my pain. This is why you must keep your narrator consistent. One narrator, one style, one calm tone. It builds trust, and trust builds return viewers. Return viewers build a strong channel. Now, let me give you a professional reminder. Even calm content needs structure. If your story has no structure, the viewer will leave. So always keep this simple structure. Hook, calm setup, problem, deep struggle, small hope, lesson moment, emotional payoff, peaceful ending, teaching section, recap. This structure makes the story feel complete, and completion keeps viewers satisfied. Satisfied viewers come back. Now, my friend, you can see why peaceful storytelling is not useless. It is powerful. It is a learning tool, and it is also a retention strategy. Now, in the next segment, we will talk about something practical: how to watch these videos for maximum English improvement. Because watching alone is not enough. You must watch smartly. So stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Segment 5. Episode: Is this content real English learning or useless? A calm, honest talk. Hello again, my friend.
Now we are moving into something very practical, because it is not enough to say stories are good. We must also know how to use these stories to actually improve English. Many people listen to English content every day, but they improve slowly, not because the content is bad, but because they don't have a method. They listen passively. They listen like entertainment. But learning needs active listening, not stressful listening, just active. So, in this segment, I will give you a simple method, a calm method, a method you can use even if you are busy, even if you are tired, even if you have only 10 minutes. 1. The biggest mistake: passive listening. Let's be honest. Most people watch English videos like this. They press play, they listen, they enjoy, and then they move on. This is passive listening. Passive listening is not useless, but it is slow. It's like standing near a gym. You are close to learning, but you are not training. Now, the good news is you don't need to work hard. You just need a small system, a small habit. 2. The calm 3-step method for learning with stories. Here is the method. 1. First listening. Understand the story. Watch or listen one time only for meaning. Do not stop, do not write, do not stress. Just understand. Who is the person? What is the problem? What happens next? How does it end? This builds your listening skill. This teaches your brain English is understandable. That confidence is important. 2. Second listening. Notice words and patterns. Now listen again. This time, notice repeated words, common phrases, simple sentence patterns. Do not try to catch everything. Just catch a few. This is important. Learning is not about catching everything. Learning is about catching something every day. 3. 1-minute practice. Repeat one sentence. Choose one sentence from the story, a sentence that feels useful. Repeat it 5 times out loud. Example: I didn't know what to do. Repeat: I didn't know what to do. 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 This is not childish. This is training. This is how speaking skill grows. Even one sentence a day can change your English. 3. The 5 words rule. Simple but powerful. Now, let me give you another small rule. After watching, write only 5 words. Only 5. Not 20, not 50. Just 5. For example, honest, quiet, grateful, struggle, promise. Then write one simple sentence for each. Example: he was honest. The room was quiet. She felt grateful. Life was a struggle. He made a promise. This builds vocabulary and it builds sentence building skills. 4. Why repetition is the real secret. Now, my friend, here is the truth. Many people want new things every day. They want new topics, new stories, new videos. But learning needs repetition. If you listen to one story only one time, you may feel good, but you will not remember much. But if you listen to the same story 2 or 3 times over a week, you will see something magical. You will start understanding more. You will catch words you missed. You will start predicting sentences. And when you can predict sentences, your English is improving. So do not be afraid to repeat. Repeating a story is not wasting time. Repeating a story is training. Now, my friend, here is the best way to use subtitles. First time, no subtitles. Second time, subtitles on. Third time, subtitles off again. Why? Because subtitles can help you learn spelling and meaning. But if you always use subtitles, your listening will become weak. So use subtitles like training wheels. Use them, but don't depend on them forever. 6. A perfect daily routine. Only 15 minutes. If you are busy, do this. 7 minutes, listen for meaning. 5 minutes, listen again and notice words.
3 minutes, repeat one sentence, and write 5 words. That is all. 15 minutes. If you do this daily for 30 days, you will feel a real change. Not perfect, but real. Your mind will become comfortable with English. Your ears will become stronger. Your speaking will become smoother. Now, my friend, why does this method work? Because it does 3 things. It gives you input, listening. It gives you repetition, second listening. And it gives you output, speaking practice. This is the full learning cycle. Most people miss the output. They only listen. But speaking even one sentence is output, and output makes learning stronger. Now, my friend, if you watch stories with this method, this content becomes powerful learning. It is not useless. It is not drama. It becomes your daily English practice, and your progress becomes steady. Now, in the next segment, we will talk about another big thing: why some people feel angry at story content, and how to answer them calmly. Because criticism will come, and you must stay peaceful. So stay with me, take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Segment 6. Narrator, Daniel. Hello again, my friend. Now we're going to talk about something very real, something that happens to every creator and also to every learner. It is criticism. Some people will watch your story content and say, "This is useless. This is not learning. This is fake. This is a waste of time." And sometimes those words can hurt. Sometimes they can make you feel angry. But today, I want to teach you how to handle this calmly, because a peaceful mind is stronger than a loud mind. Number 1. Why people attack story content. First, let's understand them. Why do some people hate story-based learning? There are 3 main reasons. Reason 1. They think learning must be hard. Some people believe if it feels easy, it is not real learning. They think learning must be painful. They think learning must feel like exams. But this is a wrong belief. Learning does not need fear. Learning needs consistency. A calm method can be powerful, but those people don't understand this. Reason 2. They have a different learning style. Some people love grammar. Some people love rules. Some people love drills and worksheets. That is okay. But when they see story learning, they feel it is not serious, because they cannot see the rules. They cannot see the classroom, so they judge it. Reason 3. They have seen too many bad stories. This one is very important. Many people have seen low-quality story content, stories with fake drama, weird twists, unrealistic characters, wrong English, cheap emotional tricks. So when they see story learning, they immediately assume it is the same. They don't know the difference between junk stories and professional learning stories, so they attack it. Number 2. The calm answer. How to respond. Now, my friend, if someone says, "This is useless," you do not need to fight. You do not need to insult. You can answer calmly. You can say, "Thank you for sharing your opinion. This channel helps many learners improve listening and vocabulary through stories. If you prefer grammar lessons, that is okay too. Everyone learns differently." This answer is powerful because it is calm, and calm wins respect. Always remember, a loud argument never builds trust. A calm voice builds trust. Number 3, the creator mindset. Know your audience. Now, my friend, let's talk like a professional creator. You cannot please everyone. You should not try. Your job is not to satisfy every viewer. Your job is to serve your audience. And your audience is very specific. People who want peaceful English. People who learn slowly. People who want confidence. People who feel stress and need calm learning. People who want stories plus lessons. These people will stay. These people will comment. These people will return. So focus on them, not on the angry person, because angry people often do not want to learn. They want to argue. Number 4, the truth about viral content versus quality content. Now, let's be honest. Sometimes you will see content that gets millions of views, but it is not quality. It is shock content. It is noise. It is fast. It is toxic. But your channel is different. Your channel is built on trust, and trust grows slower but stronger. Shock content gets quick views, but it also gets quick forgetfulness. Peaceful content grows steadily, and when it grows, it becomes a long-term channel, a channel that lasts. That is what you want, because you are building something real. Number 5, how to tell if your content is truly learning content. Now, let me give you a simple test. After watching your video, ask this: did the viewer learn 5 new words, 3 useful phrases, 1 clear life lesson, 1 sentence they can repeat? If the answer is yes, then your content is learning and it is valuable. Even if someone hates it, even if someone mocks it, because your audience is improving, that is what matters. Number 6, why peaceful creators win in the long run. Let me tell you something powerful. A peaceful creator does not burn out quickly, because peaceful creators do not fight every day. They stay focused, they stay consistent, they build a community, and community is the biggest asset on YouTube. A peaceful community is loyal. They don't just watch, they support, they share, they trust. So keep your tone calm, keep your content honest, keep your language simple, and your channel will grow. Number 7, a personal reminder for you. Now, my friend, if you ever feel angry because someone says, "This is useless," remember, you are not here to win arguments. You are here to help learners. You are here to give peace. You are here to build confidence. And that is a beautiful mission. So stay calm. Let them talk. You keep creating. You keep teaching. You keep improving. Now, in the next segment, we will talk about the teaching part, because this is where your channel becomes truly English learning. We will talk about vocabulary teaching, simple phrase practice, recap method, and how to make the teaching section natural, not boring. So stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Segment 7, Narrator, Daniel. Hello again, my friend. You have stayed with me for a long time, and that means one thing. You are serious about learning. Now, in this segment, we will focus on the part that turns storytelling into real English learning. The teaching section, the vocabulary section, the phrase practice, and the recap. Because here is the truth. A story alone can help your listening, but a story plus teaching section can help your listening, vocabulary, speaking, and confidence. That is why the teaching part is important. But it must be done correctly, because if the teaching part feels like school, people will leave. So our goal is to teach in a calm, natural way. 1. The golden rule. Teach only what appeared in the story. First rule. Do not teach random words. Only teach words and phrases that appeared in the story. Why? Because the viewer has already heard them. Now you are helping them understand them deeply. This makes learning easy, because the brain says, "Oh, I remember this word. Now I know what it means." That is how confidence grows. 2. The best teaching structure, simple and professional. Here is the best structure for your teaching section. A. Vocabulary, 10 to 12 words. Choose words that are useful in daily life, repeated in the story, easy to pronounce, and emotionally connected to the story. For each word, do this. Say the word slowly. Give a simple meaning. Give one example sentence.
repeated once. Example: grateful, meaning feeling thankful. Sentence: I felt grateful for her kindness. Repeat: I felt grateful for her kindness. This is simple and powerful. B. Key phrases. 5 phrases. Choose phrases that are common in real English. Examples: I didn't know what to do. I was about to leave. It broke my heart. I couldn't believe it. In that moment. For each phrase, say the phrase, explain it in simple words, give one new example, ask viewer to repeat. C. Many speaking practice. 3 short prompts. This is where the viewer speaks. You can say, now say this with me, and give 3 short sentences. I want to improve my English. I will practice every day. I will not be afraid. This is motivational and learning focused. D. Story recap. Simple. Now you recap the story in simple English. This is very powerful because repetition helps memory. Your recap should be short, calm, clear, and focused on key moments. You can also repeat key words again. 3. Make teaching feel like a friend, not a teacher. Now this is important. Your tone must stay peaceful. Do not sound like a strict teacher. Sound like a calm friend. For example, say, let's learn a few words together. Don't worry if it feels hard. You are doing great. This kind of language makes learners relax, and relaxed learners learn more. 4. The most important thing: repetition without boredom. Now you might worry, if I repeat words, people will get bored. But repetition is not boring if it is calm and short. You do not need to repeat 20 times. Just repeat once or twice, and use the story context. Example: in the story, he felt grateful. Now you can say, I feel grateful. This feels natural because the word is attached to the story. 5. Keep it short. Teaching section timing. Now let's be practical. For a long story video, teaching section should be around 6 to 10 minutes. Vocabulary, 4 to 6 minutes. Phrases, 2 to 3 minutes. Recap, 2 to 3 minutes. CTA, 30 seconds. This is enough. If you teach too long, viewers may leave. If you teach too short, learners may want more. So this is a good balance. 6. The best kind of words for peaceful English stories. Here are examples of word categories that fit your channel. Emotions: calm, worried, grateful, lonely. Daily life actions: return, notice, whisper, help. Character qualities: honest, patient, brave, gentle. Life situations: struggle, hope, failure, success. These words are common, useful, and easy for learners, and they match your stories perfectly. 7. Why this teaching style increases retention. Now here is a creator's secret. When you add a good teaching section, people stay longer, because many people want to learn. They don't want only entertainment. When they see you teach gently, they trust you more. They feel, this channel is real. This channel helps me. I want to come back. And returning viewers are the biggest success on YouTube. Now, my friend, you have learned how to make this content truly learning content. Stories plus teaching section equals powerful English growth. Now, in the final segment, we will bring everything together. We will recap the main lessons, and I will give you a calm, motivational ending. So stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's finish this talk together.
Segment 8. Episode: Is this content real English learning or useless? A calm, honest talk. Hello, my friend. This is our final segment. And before we finish,
I want to say something from the heart. Thank you. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for listening calmly. Thank you for taking your learning seriously. Now, let's bring everything together. Because after 1 hour of talking, we need one clear answer. Is this content real English learning, or is it useless? My friend, it is real English learning if we use it correctly. And now you understand how. Number 1. The real truth about English learning. English learning is not only grammar rules. Grammar is important, yes, but grammar is not the full journey. Language is a living thing. You learn it through listening, repetition, patterns, real situations, and confidence. And stories give you these things. Stories are not just entertainment. Stories are training. They train your mind to understand. They train your ears to catch words. They train your heart to stay connected. And connection creates memory. Number 2. What makes story content useless versus powerful? We learned this. Useless stories are cheap drama. They are unrealistic. They are made only for shock. Powerful learning stories are peaceful, realistic, and meaningful. They have simple English, they have clear structure, they have repetition and teaching. So the problem is not stories. The problem is low-quality storytelling. But high-quality storytelling is one of the best learning tools. Number 3. Why calm storytelling works so well. We also learned something important. Your audience is tired. They want peace. They want a safe voice. They want slow learning. And calm storytelling gives them this. Calm does not mean boring. Calm can be deep. Calm can be emotional. Calm can be unforgettable. Because quiet pain is often more powerful than loud drama. Number 4. The simple learning method you can use daily. Let's remember the method. First listening for meaning. Second listening for words and patterns. 1 minute practice. Repeat 1 sentence. Write 5 words and use them. Only this. If you do this daily, your English will improve. Not magically, but steadily. And steady progress is real progress. Number 5. How to handle people who say, "This is useless." Some people will criticize. Some people will not understand this style. And that is okay. You do not need to fight. You do not need to argue. You can answer calmly. This channel helps many learners improve English through peaceful stories. Everyone learns differently. Then you continue. Because your job is not to please everyone. Your job is to help your audience. Number 6. The most important part. Teaching section. We learned how to make this content clearly educational. 10 to 12 useful words, 5 key phrases, mini speaking practice, soft recap, soft motivation. This turns stories into full learning. This makes your audience feel progress, and progress makes people come back. Number 7. A calm message for every learner. Now, my friend, if you are learning English, I want you to remember this. You are not slow. You are not weak. You are just learning. And learning takes time. Do not rush. Do not compare yourself. Even 1 new word every day is success. Even 1 sentence spoken with confidence is success. You do not need perfect English. You need consistent English. Small steps, daily steps, calm steps, and you will get there. Number 8. Final answer. The clear conclusion. So is this content learning? Yes, because it improves listening, It builds vocabulary. It teaches patterns. It builds confidence. It creates emotional memory. It gives peaceful repetition. It supports speaking practice. But only if we keep it realistic, simple, structured, and meaningful. This is the mission of Peaceful English Stories. Peaceful learning, real progress. Final call to action, soft and peaceful. Now, my friend, if you enjoyed this calm talk, please subscribe to this channel, because every week we share peaceful stories that help you learn English naturally. And if you want to improve faster, write a comment below. I will practice every day. Because when you write it, it becomes a promise to yourself, and promises build discipline. Thank you for being here. Take a slow breath, and remember, you can learn English, you can grow, and you can do it peacefully. Good night, my friend. See you in the next story.
Segment 9. Hello again, my friend. If you are still here, that tells me something very beautiful. It tells me that you are not just looking for entertainment. You are looking for understanding. And today, we are not building confusion. We are building clarity. Now, in this new segment, I want to talk about something that most people get wrong about learning. Because many people think learning is only one thing. They think learning is only memorizing, exams, rules, and fast progress. But real learning, especially language learning, is not like that. Language learning is like building a road. You don't build a road in one day. You build it slowly, brick by brick. And if you build it calmly, it becomes strong. But if you rush it, it breaks. So when someone says, this story content is useless, sometimes they are not even talking about your content. They are talking about their own fear. They are talking about their own frustration. Because many people tried to learn English for years and they failed. They felt ashamed. They felt tired. And because of that pain, they become strict. They think, if I suffered, everyone must suffer. But that is not true. Pain is not the only teacher. Consistency is the teacher. Peace is also a teacher. Now let me ask you something. If you listen to a calm English story every night, even if you learn only 5 words, after 30 days, how many words is that? 5 words a day means 150 words in 1 month. And 150 words is a big difference. But most people never stay consistent. They jump from one method to another. Today they watch grammar lessons. Tomorrow they watch slang lessons. Next week they stop. So they never grow. And then they blame the method. But the real problem is not the method. The problem is lack of daily habit. And this channel is designed to build habit. Because stories are easy to return to. Stories feel human. Stories feel warm. And when something feels warm, you come back. That is why story learning is powerful. It helps you stay consistent. Now, my friend, here is a deep truth. The best learning method is the method you can continue, not the method that is perfect on paper, not the method that looks serious, the method you can actually follow every day. And for many people, stories are that method. Because stories do not feel heavy. Stories do not feel like pressure. Stories feel like a gentle companion. Now, let's talk about the word serious. Some people say, if you want serious learning, you must study grammar every day. But serious learning does not mean heavy learning. Serious learning means honest learning. It means you show up, even when you are tired, even when you are busy. Even when you feel slow, you show up, and you listen, and you practice one sentence. That is serious. That is discipline. That is real. Now I want to tell you something. When you learn English through stories, you are not only learning words,
You are learning emotions, social manners, polite conversation, and real-life thinking patterns. Because language is not just vocabulary. Language is culture. Language is behavior. Language is a way of thinking. And stories contain all of that. For example, a grammar book may teach you how to form questions, but a story teaches you how to ask softly, how to apologize, how to express gratitude, how to comfort someone. And these skills are very important because they make your English sound human, not robotic. Now, in the next news segment, we will talk about something even more practical: how to use this channel to improve speaking fluency even if you are shy. Because many learners can understand, but they cannot speak. We will fix that, so stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Segment 10. Narrator, Daniel. Hello again, my friend. Now, let's talk about something very personal. Something that many English learners feel, but they don't say out loud. They say, "Daniel, I understand English when I listen, but when I try to speak, I can't." Or they say, "I know many words, but when I speak, my mind becomes blank." Or they say, "I feel shy. I feel afraid. I feel like people will laugh at me." My friend, if you feel this way, you are not alone. This is not a weakness. This is a normal stage of language learning. And today, I will show you a calm system to fix it. A system that works even if you are shy, even if you have no speaking partner, even if you have only 5 minutes a day. 1. The speaking problem is not vocabulary. Most people think, if I learn more words, I will speak. But speaking is not only words. Speaking is speed. Speaking is flow. Speaking is courage. Speaking is comfort. And comfort comes from repetition. That is why some people know grammar but still cannot speak, because speaking is a skill. A skill is built by doing, not by knowing. So the question is not, how many words do you know? The question is, how many sentences can you say automatically? Because fluent speakers do not translate. They do not build each sentence slowly. They have ready patterns, and we can build those patterns using stories. 2. The calm fluency method. Shadow, pause, speak. Here is the method I want you to use with this channel. It is very simple. Step 1. Shadow, soft repeat. Play the story. Repeat after me softly. Not loud, not perfect. Just follow the rhythm. Example, I say, "He didn't know what to do." You repeat, "He didn't know what to do." This is called shadowing. It trains pronunciation, mouth movement, rhythm, and confidence. You don't need to understand every word. You just follow. 2. Pause, small chunk practice. Now, pause the video after one sentence. Say it again alone. Example, "He didn't know what to do." Say it 3 times, then continue. This makes your brain stronger because you are not copying, you are producing. 3. Speak your own sentence. Now, change the sentence slightly. Make it yours. Example, original, "He didn't know what to do." Your version, "I didn't know what to do," or "She didn't know what to do." This is powerful because now you are using the pattern creatively, and creativity is the beginning of real fluency. 4. The 1-minute speaking habit. Now, my friend, if you want to become fluent, you don't need 1 hour of speaking every day. You only need 1 minute, but that 1 minute must be daily. Here is what you do. Every day, choose 1 sentence from the story. Repeat it 10 times, then say it once with feeling, like an actor. Example, "I will not give up." Say it slowly with emotion. I will not give up. This builds your speaking muscle. Your mouth becomes comfortable, your brain becomes faster, and after 30 days, your speaking will change. Not perfectly, but clearly. 5. How to speak if you have no partner. Many learners say, "I have no friend to practice with." That is okay, because your partner is the story. Your partner is the narrator. Your partner is Daniel. You can practice with me. Here is a method. Speak to the story. After a scene, pause and respond like you are inside the story. For example, if the character says, "I'm sorry," you respond, "It's okay, I understand." If the story says, "He felt lonely," you respond, "I'm here, you are not alone." This feels funny at first, but it works because it creates real speaking, and real speaking creates confidence. 6. Why shy people can learn faster. Now let me tell you something surprising. Shy people often learn faster because shy people listen deeply. They notice details. They are sensitive. They understand emotion. And stories are emotional, so shy people connect strongly. That connection makes memory stronger. So do not hate your shyness. Use it. Turn it into strength. You don't need to speak like a loud person. You can speak calmly. And calm speaking is beautiful. 7. The fear problem. I'll make mistakes. Now, let's talk about fear. Many learners stop speaking because they fear mistakes. But mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are practice. Let me say it clearly. If you wait for perfect English, you will never speak. But if you speak with mistakes, you will improve. And in this channel, you are safe. Nobody is judging you. You can repeat, you can restart, you can practice slowly. This is peaceful learning. 8. The fluency promise, if you follow this. If you do these 3 things daily, shadow for 2 minutes, repeat one sentence 10 times, create one new sentence, then after 30 days, you will notice your mouth moves faster, your sentences come easier, your pronunciation becomes clearer, your fear becomes smaller. This is real progress, not overnight, but steady. And steady progress is the best progress. Now, my friend, in the next segment, we will talk about something creators need: how to choose topics that are learning-friendly and not cringe. Because yes, some topics feel fake, and you want quality. We will talk about how to choose realistic, deep, peaceful topics that teach English naturally. So, stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's continue.
Hello again, my friend. Now we will talk about something very important for this channel. Because a peaceful English story channel can grow beautifully, but only if the topics are chosen carefully. Yes, topic selection is not a small thing. A bad topic can ruin the feeling of the channel. A bad topic can feel fake. A bad topic can sound like cheap drama. And once your audience feels that, they stop trusting you. So in this segment, we will talk about how to choose topics that feel real, how to avoid cringe, how to keep stories emotional but not childish, and how to choose topics that teach English naturally. Let's begin. A. The cringe test. Very simple. Whenever you choose a topic, ask yourself this: would an adult believe this story? If the answer is no, it is cringe. For example, he found a diamond in the trash and became a billionaire overnight. Most adults will not believe this, so it feels fake, and fake stories break trust. But if the topic is like, a poor cleaner returned a wallet and her life changed slowly, this feels believable because it is a human situation. It can happen. So the story feels real, and real stories hold attention longer. B. Real topics come from real-life moments. The best topics for your channel are not crazy. They're simple. They come from everyday life. Here are examples of real-life topic sources: a bus stop, a small cafe, a hospital corridor, a school classroom, a grocery store, a taxi ride, a quiet apartment at night, a library, a park bench, a rainy evening. These places feel real, and when your story starts in a real place, the audience believes it. Now, when the audience believes it, they stay longer. C. Choose small problems that feel big emotionally. Many creators think a story needs a huge problem, like murder, kidnapping, big scandals, billionaires, revenge drama. But your channel is peaceful. You do not need that. In peaceful channels, the best stories come from small problems: loneliness, losing a job, being treated unfairly, feeling invisible, struggling to pay rent, being misunderstood, losing confidence, being afraid to speak. These are small on the outside, but big inside, because many people live these problems every day. And when they see a story like this, they feel, "This is my life." And that creates deep connection. D. The best topics always have a life lesson. Now, ask yourself, what is the lesson? If the topic has no lesson, it becomes empty. Good lesson themes for your channel are patience, honesty, kindness, self-respect, discipline, courage, forgiveness, gratitude, hope, quiet strength. These lessons match your peaceful tone. They also create a motivational ending, and endings are important because a strong ending makes viewers feel satisfied. Satisfied viewers come back. E. Choose topics that naturally teach useful English. Now remember, this is an English learning channel, so choose topics that allow daily life English. For example, talking to a stranger, asking for help, saying sorry, saying thank you, refusing politely, explaining feelings, expressing hope, encouraging someone, speaking to a boss, speaking to a teacher. These situations contain useful phrases. They help learners build real speaking ability. So your topics must support learning, not just emotion. F. Avoid these topics. They often become cringe. Now let me give you a list of topics that often feel fake, especially for peaceful channels. He became rich overnight. She married a billionaire secretly. Everyone cried and clapped suddenly. The villain died in the end. Unrealistic miracles with no effort. Overly dramatic revenge. Extreme plot twists every 5 minutes. These topics may get clicks, but they destroy trust, and trust is your biggest asset. G. The professional topic formula. If you want to choose a topic professionally, use this formula: a normal person, a real place, a relatable problem, a calm struggle, a small act of goodness or discipline, a slow change, a meaningful lesson, a peaceful ending. This formula creates realism, emotional connection, learning-friendly language, and strong retention. H. Why your audience will love real topics more. Because your audience is not only learning English, they are learning life. They are searching for comfort. They want stories that heal. So, when your topics feel real and calm, your channel becomes more than a channel. It becomes a safe space. And safe spaces grow fast because the world is full of noise. So, your peaceful channel is valuable. Not cheap, not cringe, valuable. Now, my friend, in the final added segment, we will give a complete recap again, but with one extra layer: a final motivational message, a clear creator/learner conclusion, and a strong, soft CTA that increases comments and subscribers. So stay with me. Take a slow breath, and let's finish beautifully.
Segment 12. Narrator, Daniel. Hello, my friend. This is our final part, and I want you to feel something gentle right now. Not pressure, not stress, just peace. Because if you are learning English, you need peace more than anything. Peace helps you continue, and continuing is the real secret. Now, before we close this 1-hour talk, let's make everything clear again, like clean water, because clarity removes doubt. And when doubt is gone, confidence grows. 1. The final answer. Is story-based English content real learning? Yes, it is real learning when English is simple and clear, the story is realistic, the pace is calm, key words repeat, teaching part exists, recap exists, and you practice small speaking. This is not drama. This is not useless content. This is a calm language method. And many learners improve faster through this method because they don't feel fear. 2. The real problem was never the story. The real problem was always two things: low-quality storytelling and no learning system. If a channel uses fake drama and wrong English, people will call it useless, and they will be right. But if a channel uses real-life moments, clear storytelling, professional pacing, vocabulary plus phrases, repetition plus recap, then the same story format becomes powerful learning. So do not blame stories. Choose better stories. Write them better. Teach them better. 3. The quiet strength of peaceful learning. Now, my friend, in a world full of noise, peace is a skill. Peaceful learning is also a skill. Many people give up because they want fast results. But your channel is not about speed. Your channel is about growth. Real growth. Deep growth. And deep growth takes time. But it lasts. So when you choose peaceful stories, you are not choosing weakness. You are choosing strength. Because calm people are strong people. Calm creators last longer. Calm learners continue longer. And those who continue win. 4. A final message for learners. If you are listening right now and you feel, "I'm not good at English," please hear me carefully. You are not bad. You are just in the middle. Every learner is in the middle. Even fluent speakers were once beginners. They were once shy. They were once confused. So your struggle is normal, and your progress will come if you keep showing up. Even 10 minutes a day, even one story, even 5 words, even one sentence. That is enough. 5. A final message for creators, like you. Now, if you are a creator, if you are building this type of channel, I want you to remember this. You are not just making content. You are creating a peaceful place for people. You are giving them hope. You are giving them a calm voice in a loud world. And yes, some people will criticize. Some people will say, "This is useless." But you must not let their words destroy your mission. Because the people who need this content, they may not speak loudly. They may not comment. But they are watching. They are learning. They are healing. They are improving quietly. And that is beautiful. So keep creating. Keep improving. Keep writing with honesty. And keep your quality high. That is how you win in the long run. 6. The final learning promise. Simple. If you follow this channel in a smart way, listen calmly, repeat one sentence, write 5 words, practice 3 phrases, then in 30 days, you will feel progress. And progress creates motivation. Motivation creates consistency.
Consistency creates fluency, and fluency creates freedom. 7. High engagement, peaceful style. Now, my friend, if this talk gave you clarity, please subscribe to Peaceful English Stories, because every week we will share calm stories that help you learn English naturally. And if you want to improve faster, I want you to write a comment. Just one comment. Write, "I will practice calmly every day." This small comment is not for me. It is for you. Because when you write it, you make a promise. And promises change lives. Thank you for being here. Take a slow breath. And remember, you can learn English. You can grow. And you can do it peacefully. Good night, my friend. See you soon. Subscribe now, join the Peaceful English Stories, and let's start your English learning journey together.